Hello everyone. So today we are discussing AAHL ka test paper that we had recent Sunday. Okay, let's start with the very first question. That is, in an art museum there are 8 different paintings by Picasso, 5 different paintings by Van and 3 different paintings by R. The curator of the museum wants to hold an exhibition in the hall that can display maximum of 7. It means what? In a hall I can display maximum 7 paintings. So it means for this question, my n ka value is 7. Correct? Okay. And next condition is the curator wants to include at least 2 paintings from each artist in exhibition. Correct? So see, we have total 3 artists. One is Picasso, one is Van, and one is R. Correct? Now you tell me, we can include only 7 paintings in hall. We can put only 7 paintings in hall. Let's say मैंने Picasso का 3 paintings ले लिया and I want at least 2 from everyone. So इसका 2 आएगा, इसका 2 आएगा. This is one possibility. Yes or no? Second condition, let's say I take 2 from Picasso, 3 from Van, then I'll have to take 2 from R. Yes or no? Correct? And third condition, in third condition, I can take 2 from Picasso, 2 from Van, and I'll have to take 3 from R. Correct? So there are these 3 possibilities, and these 3 possibilities can be answered in this way. I want total 7, but for first condition, I will take 3 from Picasso, and he has total 8. Picasso के पास total 8 है, Van के पास total 5 है, and R के पास total 3 है. So इसका choose करने का तरीका होगा 8C3 into 5C2 into 3C2. This is one way of choosing 7 paintings. Now I will add the second option. I want to choose 2 out of 8, so it will become 8C2 into, second will become 5C3 into, third one will become 3C2. This is second way of choosing paintings. Correct? Now the third way. Again 8C2 into 5C2 into 3C3. So there are only these 3 ways of choosing paintings, and you will simplify this and you will add all the possibilities. This question can be solved on calculator. So this is the answer of the question. Getting it or not? Now second क्या पूछ रहा है question? Find the probability that more R paintings will be selected than P and V. P और V से ज्यादा R की पेंटिंग्स होनी चाहिए. So R की ज्यादा पेंटिंग्स तो सिर्फ एक ही ऑप्शन में आ रही है. Yes or no? That is the third option. And question is asking us to find the probability. So probability means what? Favorable outcomes upon total possible outcomes. So when you add all 3 answers, when you add these 3 answers, you will get total possible outcomes. And when you calculate only this and divide by total, you will get probability. This upon total of this will give you the probability. I hope this point is clear. So now I have given you the hint. I have written everything. You just have to put this in calculator and get the answer. Answer निकाल के comment कर देना. ठीक है? Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Next question was this. In second question is asking us to prove. And whenever there are proofs kind of question, see, questions are actually easy. Okay? You just have to focus on what is given. ठीक है? On left hand side they have given me 5 upon x square, and on right hand side they have given me 5 upon x bracket x minus 2 minus 10 upon x square bracket x minus 2. Correct? Now someone might think कि एक काम करता है, यहाँ पे base same नहीं दिख रहा है, I will cross multiply and then simplify. In prove that वाला questions, what you have to do, either you can start from left hand side, start solving, and your answer should become the right hand side का answer, or you can start with left hand side, simplify, after simplifying whatever answer you get in the final step that should match with the right hand side, or third option, you solve right hand side and left hand side simultaneously and reach to the same answer. Getting it? There are these 3 ways. Okay? Now here I cannot solve left hand side, I cannot simplify left hand side, so I'll start the question with right hand side. Okay? So now when I start question with right hand side, everyone please focus. देखो someone might do one thing कि वो इसको क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे. We won't do that. ठीक है. Whenever fractions are given, check their base if their base is same or different. Okay. Now here x minus 2 is same. Here is x square. So I will simply do one thing. Left hand side I will multiply by x in numerator as well as denominator. So मुझे left hand side में मिल जाएगा 5x upon x square bracket x minus 2 minus 10 upon x square bracket x minus 2. Now see, my base is same. When your base is same, you simplify the numerator. It will become 5x minus 10. Correct? Now 5x minus 10 is nothing but, if I factorize 5, it will become 5 bracket x minus 2 upon x square into x minus 2. X minus 2 will be cancelled. Your answer will be left 5 upon x square, and that is nothing but your left hand side, right hand side. So this is how you get this answer. Getting it? Okay. Now next question is asking, determine the set of numbers for x which the proof in part A is valid. Now whenever question is talking about validity, if you remember, we have learned one thing. In denominator I can never take 0, because अगर denominator 0 आ जाएगा तो मेरा answer not defined हो जाएगा. We won't do that. Correct? So in this question, whatever the right hand side is given, whatever this step, you reach till this step. Correct? After that you reach till this step. In denominator you are having two terms of x, that is x square into x minus 2. So you will check for what values of x this answer will become 0. So if you put x ka value 0, the answer will come 0. If you put x ka value equals to 2, the answer will become 0. If this answer becomes 0, so हमारा denominator जो है वो 0 बन जाएगा, and this question will not be existing. Correct? So it means what? I'll have to exclude these two values. So when question is asking about validity, for all real numbers except 0 and 2, this question will be valid. I hope you understood. If you have not, then you can just repeat the same part that I have explained in the last few minutes. Okay? Let's move on to the next question. Third one. Again, I'll give you the hint of this question and then you will simplify and comment the answer. Okay? An art and a craft store is offering a special package on personalized keychains. The store has a selection of 6 distinct types of charms. So there are total 6 distinct types of charms. Okay? So it means n ka value is 6. Correct? Customers can personalize their keychains with up to 3 distinct charms. I can personalize my keychain up to 3 distinct charms from the selection mentioned above. Okay. Determine how many ways a customer can personalize keychain if the order of the selection is important. Now remember one thing. In permutations, order is important. In combinations, order is not important. Correct? Now, up to 3 bola hai. So I can select 1, or I can select 2, or I can select 3. Correct? So for first answer, A is nothing but permutation 6p1 plus 6p2 plus 6p3. Why 6p1, 6p2, 6p3? Because they are saying up to 3. They are not making it compulsory कि 3 लेना ही है. Up to 3 बोला है. So I can take 1, or I can take 2, or I can take 3. So whenever there comes or, we add the possibilities. Getting it or not? Okay. This is for the first one. Now B part. The order of the selection is not important. So when order of the selection is not important, what do? We do combinations. Now for what combinations, what do? We will do 6c1 plus 6c2 plus 6c3. You simplify this and you get the answer. Okay. So this question was not that tough at all. Okay. Those who have tried it and those who have got the right answers, very good. Those who have not got the right answers, don't worry. With practice, everything will get easier. Okay. Now, next. This question. Okay. Now this is the question of logs. And we have already discussed logs in class. And when we were discussing logs in class, I have given you a very small hint. Whatever is the smallest base, that जिसके power में बाकी के numbers आ सकते हैं, take it as a base. Getting it? So for this question, if you look, A does not have any base. B, I'll just zoom it in a little bit. B has इसमें base 4 दिया है and here is the base 8. So what I do, if my number in a question does not have log, I will give it a smallest base. Okay, so in this question what I will do, I will give log base of 2. So A I can write as log base 2, correct? Plus this will become log B 2 raised to 2 7, and third will become log 2 raised to 3 14 equals to 0. Okay, I have just used one property in that. मैंने यहाँ पे k equals to log a into k. This was the property we discussed in class, correct? I have just used that property here. And second, I just tried to write entire question with base 2. Okay, now here anything that is in multiplication will get into the power. Now here base ka power comes in denominator, so I have written it in denominator, and here again base ka power will come in denominator, I have written it in denominator. ठीक है, fine. Next, whatever is in multiplication will get into the power. So log 2 2 raised to power a plus log 2 7 raised to power b upon 2 plus, now 60 upon 3 will be 20. So log 2 14 raised to power 20 will be equals to 0. Okay, now see, everywhere it is its coefficient is 1 and base is same and addition is happening. It means I can multiply them all. I can multiply them, correct? So now when I multiply, what I'll get? 2 raised to power a into 7 raised to power b upon 2 into 14 raised to power 20, correct? That is equals to 0. Now we have learned one more property in logs in the form of conclusions. Log base anything 1 is always 0. Whenever we are finding log ka value for 1, the answer will always be 0. It means what? This bracket ka value will be 1. It means if you compare it with that property, what we get? 2 raised to a into 7 raised to b upon 2 into 14 raised to 20 equals to 1. When I remove the log, I'll have to write equals to 1, because for 1 this answer will become 0, correct? Now what I'll do here, 2 raised to a into 7 raised to b upon 2 equals to 1 upon 14 raised to 20. Okay, using negative exponents law, I will write it as 14 raised to power minus 20. Using negative exponents law, if a raised to power n is written, I can write it as a raised to power minus n. Yes or no? Correct? Now what is happening here? 2 raised to power a into 7 raised to power b upon 2 will be equals to, now see, 14 can be written as 2 into 7. Correct? Now again, using one of the properties of exponents, laws of exponents, whenever we have two numbers multiplying and they have the power, I can separate the numbers with giving individual a same power, right? So same thing will happen here. 2 raised to power a into 7 raised to power b upon 2 will be equals to 2 raised to power minus 20 into 7 raised to power minus 20. Now what you have to do, again see, there is one property in indices, a raised to power m equals to a raised to power n agar hoga, when base is same, powers will be equal, correct? Same thing is going to happen here. So what I get here, I get a equals to minus 20 because base of 2, and 7 का base है b upon 2 equals to minus 20, so b is equals to minus 40. So a का value minus 20, b का value minus 40. Getting it? This is how we solve this question. Okay, next, the last one. This was a pretty good question and the big one as well. This kind of question has been asked in your past papers. Okay? That's why we were discussing this. That's why I have given this in your exam as well, test as well. Okay, now let's solve this question. Question is very easy. If you interpret it right, question is very easy, and whatever important notes we have written for arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence, whatever the important points we have written, it is from the same. Okay? You have to use them as it is. The first two terms of an infinite geometric sequence is given. Infinite geometric sequence. So you have to go to your calculator, formula booklet and search for the formula of sum to infinity. That is nothing but u1 upon 1 minus r. Okay, and for sum to infinity we have learned two conditions. The sequence has to be converging or converging sequence, and r has to be between 1 and -1. Correct? ठीक है. Now they are geometric sequence. Find the common ratio. Common ratio, first part is very simple. Common ratio is nothing but second term upon first term. What is second term here? 2 log 3x upon 3 log 3x. So log 3x will be cancelled. R ka value will be 2 upon 3. That's it. This is the answer. Correct? Now, show that the sum of the infinite sequence is this. Very good. Question कितना easy करके दे रहा है हमको सब कुछ. We know the first term of sequence. We have just written the formula here. First term of sequence is, they are asking us to find s infinity. The first term of sequence is 3 log 3x upon 1 minus common ratio is 2 upon 3. You have to simplify this. When you simplify this, what you get? Cross multiply करेंगे. You will get 3 log 3x upon 3 ones are 3 minus 2 upon 3. So 3 minus 2 is nothing but 1, and upon 3 will be as it is. Denominator ka denominator gets into multiplication. When denominator ka denominator gets into multiplication, we will write it as 3 into 3, that is nothing but 9 log 3x. You don't have to do anything. See, whenever they are asking show that, prove that wala question, even if you follow some basic steps and directly write the final answer, still you'll get the marks. Getting it? What they want you is first write down the steps. Getting it? Okay, next. The first 3 terms of an arithmetic sequence. Okay, when question says first 3 terms, last 3 terms, consecutive 3 terms, हमारे दिमाग में एक ही घंटी बजनी चाहिए. That is arithmetic mean. Okay, now I haven't even read the question after this. I just read these 3 lines, 3 words, and I came to this conclusion. Okay, let's solve. The first 3 terms are given. Okay, find the common difference d, given your answer as an integer. They want answer in the form of integer. Okay, so common difference means what? Log 3x upon 3 minus log 3x. Okay, common difference means what? Common difference means a2 minus a1. Correct? Okay, integer चाहिए. ठीक है. Okay, so base is same. It means I can divide the numbers. This is the property of log again. If there is a subtraction and coefficient is 1, you can divide the numbers. ठीक है? So this x will be cancelled. Your answer will be log 1 upon 3. What will be your answer? Log base 3 दिया है. Okay. So log 1 upon 3. Correct? Now this 3 you can take in numerator. It will become log 3 raised to power minus 1. Using negative exponents law. करेक्ट. व्हाट आई हैव डन, मैंने पहले 2 लॉग सब्ट्रैक्ट हो रहे थे तो उनके नंबर्स को डिवाइड कर लिया यूजिंग लॉग का सेकंड प्रॉपर्टी, लॉग ए अपॉन बी इज नथिंग बट लॉग ए माइनस लॉग बी. देन आई कैंसल्ड आउट द एक्स. Then I was getting 3 in denominator, but they are asking answer in integer, so I took d in 3 in numerator. It becomes 3 raised to minus 1. Anything in power will get into the multiplication, and base with same number log having same base and same number का answer will be 1. So हमारा common difference is coming -1. Correct? So हमारा common difference is coming -1. That is the integer. ठीक है? Okay. Let S6 be the sum of the first 6 terms of the arithmetic sequence. Okay.